Hey everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab, and I know my hair is getting kind of unkempt and messy and uneven. Uh, well, it's kind of paranoia, like the barber shops have closed and stuff. So, anyways, like today, I want to talk about like how the COVID-19 Forex system came to be, and as you guys know, this actually is the same account. It's the exact same account as the Fire Your Boss V2. It's the same system. Sorry, same account but different system. And let me tell you about these two systems and what's different between them. What's essentially different? Okay, and for those of you who have not seen the results of this system, I'm gonna basically flash it for you right here. So this is the MyFX book, and you guys can check out that. If you go into the video description, there is a link that you can check out my system, and on the info page, it will link you to this profile. You can check it out. Um, if you saw my most recent YouTube video as well, you realize that there actually was an incident that happened here, but I don't know why it's not reflecting. I don't know why it's maybe it is. I don't know why it's not reflecting. There was a so before this was actually running a hedging system, my own hedging system, and in a period of about 4 months, it basically generated this much growth, 49%. Okay, but if you look at the absolute amount of growth, right, took 4 months to generate 49%, but within just a week, it had generated 40%. So this is actually the difference between the COVID-19 Forex system versus the original binary lab hedging, also known as the Fireboss V2. So there was a long slump over here, and this slump is actually the period of the Brexit. Okay, so when Brexit tensions came on, there was different volatility, there was strong trends in the market, and basically hedging, as you know it, is to open positions in both sides, and to add certain intervals to add on additional positions so that um, let's say if one is moving up, we'll basically be profiting in this way, but at the same time, when one is moving up, the other one, the short, is actually losing money. So when this is gaining money, it exits at a profit and re-enters a new position after this one's entered. And then over here, there will be additional cells being picked up, for instance, and once it moves back down a little bit or even like halfway, it will be able to exit the cells with profit. Okay, but that is under the assumption that the market will always zig and zag, which I realized months into the Brexit situation last year. The strategy was not going to work for a long time, and the strategy, in a way, is doomed a certain death. And I decided that um, the most practical thing that could be done was to develop a new way of trading. So, looking into the market situation, I felt that there was increased trend strength, and there is less zigzag and ranging in the market. Uh, and there's also increased speculation. So, what has culminated, what this culminated into is the COVID-19 Forex system that you see right now, which, you know, you can say that, well, how did I plan? I didn't foresee this was going to happen. But what I knew that the previous system definitely needed a change. Hedging was not going to work anymore. And by the way, if anyone else out there is still trading a hedging system, well, don't bother because you're gonna die a slow death. I guarantee you that. It can make short term, but long term there are risks. So what I found out is that we need something that can take advantage of the trend strength, something that can take advantage of the volatility, something that can take advantage of the large volumes of buy and sell orders in the market from from speculation from the big boys and the key market makers. At the same time, also realized over time that more dwell time in the market equals to more risk. So needed to create something that has very little dwell time in the market. So if you look at the COVID-19 system, uh, like the average trade duration is max like between 2 and 3 minutes. That's how short it is. And if you look into the MyFX book, once again, the link is in the video description. When you go through the COVID-19 system, you put in your email address on the next info page. It's gonna there's a picture where you can click on it and go to MyFX book and check out how it's doing, right? So over there, you're gonna find out that the where was I? Okay, the trade duration is really short, as little as like 38 seconds, um, and more importantly, how is this even possible? How are we able to have shorter than binary option trade duration when we're doing here Forex? Okay, so this is not supposed to be usually the case, but like I said, okay, I knew what needed to be done, and with this current volatility in the market, it was just brilliant, and it's exactly the kind of conditions that my system will thrive upon. So after I swapped this onto the Fire Your Boss V2 PAM account, which I already had running for several of my investors that still stuck around, which I'm really grateful for the support. I was actually able to help to bring them from, like as you can see, they previously were into a profit, but actually it came down. And what you see here is the difference between the growth and the equity. So basically, you can say that the equity is like an unrealized loss as well. Eventually, by holding it, we're able to unify these again. However, it um, ultimately still had to. This was still like a lot less than what it was previously was on the highs, about 35% or so less than the high. So um, basically, by operating on the same account, I've been able to help my PAM customers to basically go back into a profit again, and they did not have to pay double commission on commission they already paid for a coin to this stage. So, I mean, this is one of the things that I want you to know, which is that this is one of the ways that I work. No one gets left behind. Okay, so of course there will be incidents along the way that frustrate, but we deal with it, and it's always my interest to look after the customers who supported me as well. So coming back to this situation, like I was talking about the trade duration, how is this even possible? How is able to make so much money uh, in such short trade duration? Because the market is moving so much. So this leads me to answer another question, because I have a lot of people asking me on Facebook, my system is doing so amazingly well. Uh, like how is it able to do that well? I said like we use the right strategy on the right market situation. That's basically it. But second question that people get, that I get from people, is that how long is this going to last for? All right. So a lot of people are concerned that if they come in, like how long that they can continue to benefit from the COVID-19 forex system. Well, I wouldn't say it's here to stay. Okay. But let me tell you very honestly what's going to happen. So for the next couple of months, okay, right now we've got a couple of factors on our hands that is really good for the market. So the most recent is that Dow Jones dipped beneath 20,000. This is like you know many people are comparing this to the Great Depression 1987. Uh, U.S. just did quantitative easing, trillions of dollars. Um, and then we also know that coronavirus, it has caused job cuts, um, and a lot of supply shortages, manpower shortages around the world, healthcare panic. So these conditions, and then like you look at the lockdowns in the different countries, it's not just going to end anytime soon, because you know it's kind of like one of those things where one country could be recovering, or let's say imagine it's like within a family, someone gets the flu, for instance, and then one person recovers, but at the end of the person's recovery, another person in the family gets it. So it's not going to be so quickly over. Though many countries have their lockdown period and whatever, high awareness until the end of March. But I don't think it's going to be until the end of March. It's going to be more than that, at least 2 months from now. But a lot of people ask me, what's going to happen, okay, after coronavirus dies down? Um, let's put it this way. This is a very rare situation that in Forex we can trade using a 1 minute chart and exit on a 1 minute chart. It's very, very rare. Very, very rare that we can make money in such short time frame. And especially when the trade duration is sometimes not even longer than the time frame itself. Like I said, we're entering based on a 1 minute chart, but we're also like exiting within a minute on many at a time. Sometimes two, sometimes three, sometimes four, sometimes five. Where in the world have you seen that being possible in forex? So I tell you very honestly, what's going to happen. Okay, like um, even after 5 months from now, 6 months from now, this system is still going to continue to dominate the market. But what's going to be different is that the earning is going to be less. So let's say right now we can do 1 minute, 5 minute charts, but maybe 5 months from now we're going to be doing 5 minute charts, 15 minute charts. When the market dies down further, let's say festive or something, maybe you're going to go from like 15 minute and then 1 hour. So that's what's going to change, okay? But what's not going to change is that this system will always keep its hit and run nature. It will move where there's movement, and highly recommend that you watch the video that I uploaded just before this, where you can see the bungee jump incident. Yeah, go check it out. So the video thumbnail, I put something about coronavirus system. Did an epic bungee jump. So check that out, and then you can see uh, what this truly is, and it's it's nothing short of amazing. Um, what I can tell you is that even though I conceptualize the system, but um, the results continue to surprise me because if you look at that bungee jump incident, there was actually a glitch that happened, but I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil the fun. Watch that video because that will be very very enlightening and help you to understand what is the true earning power of this COVID-19 forex system. So that's basically me today, and I want to share with you like how this system came to be and how it's going to be doing in the future. Bye for now.